Hold on, I gotta remember now. Okay, so we got Carrie, we got Samantha.
Carrie, Samantha.
I wish
Miranda, and Charlotte.
I
do get them mixed up other than Carrie.
It's fine. They are all 4 white women. It's quite easy to. Charlotte, brown-haired one. Miranda, ginger-haired one. Samantha, blonde-haired one.
This is basically how I...
Samantha's the slutty blonde-haired one. Miranda is the lawyer
when
ginger.
I was doing the notes, I held back from writing the slutty woman because I was just like, I'm progressive.
Nah.
And you're clearly dark woke. So listen.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right, wait. Do you have the thing? Because I can never...
progressive in
I will get it. I was just getting... The Wikipedia page has, like, a characters thing. So just, like...
That's
Carrie,
crazy.
Charlotte. Yeah. So I'm just looking, so I know.
Not much on the actual Wikipedia.
No.
Not in terms of, like, the developments at all.
No.
Did you see the bonus thing on the DVD?
Yeah. There's not much, to be honest.
It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I like the file I downloaded had it.
Yeah.
You haven't been able to see it because you've been watching it on streaming.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Bitch, have you watched, what is it called again? Just Like That, the spin-off series that came out in 2021?
No.
I
That's
think
literally not part of the reading, but, you know, good on you.
No,
Did you watch the movies?
I didn't actually, but apparently one of the movies actually shows how they met each other, which I think is quite interesting because they never mention it in the show ever.
Isn't one of them, like, they're in Dubai?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, that is one of the films.
In Sex and the City 2, they go to Dubai. That's the whole movie.
Yeah, the second movie is them just going to Dubai, and then it's like Carrie apparently like wanting to cheat on her husband and then not.
Why do I feel like that was paid for by the Dubai government?
Because it was. It's a massive tax break to do filming in these sort of places.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing fucking Rush Hour 3 in Saudi Arabia.
Are they?
Yeah.
Great timing for that.
I've seen so many memes like in the last week that's just influencers in Dubai witnessing like
I know.
the
That's what I was thinking.
strikes.
Like in Sex and the City 3, they should go with the 3 in the sex, obviously.
Yeah.
They should go to Iran and like fix it with their very
with their
90s
cunty 90s
Yeah.
feminism.
I can imagine
Carrie.
Carrie in like the same room as like Netanyahu.
She could fix him.
dear.
She's going to end the Israel-Palestine war.
I genuinely, she has the power, you know.
She could.
She's actually
She just needs to
stopping it.
write a sexy little article about it, and she's
There you go.
sorted.
I could see
What's your
Carrie.
sex life like?
Yeah, I could see Carrie Bradshaw as like
Bradshaw.
president.
That's what you would call it. If you were writing a rival article, that's what you would call
Carrie
it.
Bradshaw.
Carrie Bradshaw, like a Mean Girls like article. I feel as though we should have added Katie as like one of the co-pilots, but we never did it for the other ones, did we?
No, we didn't do it for
Do you
the
know
guests.
what? I was thinking about that on the way down. I was like, I hope they don't do that because I don't want the pressure of that.
That's fair.
Well, having your name. Like,
No, just me having to say anything.
You wouldn't say anything.
Oh yeah,
you would
my
still be
co-pilots. Yeah,
I think I did that for Garen, but only because he was in 4 straight episodes.
Yes, and then I think when you did it with Meg, it was just kind of at the start of the episode, you were just like, oh, and Meg's here, by the way.
How do you feel about the fact they're slowly like pushing me out of this entire podcast business?
It's because you leave.
Yeah, bitch. Stop going on holiday.
I just want to go to Dubai.
We've never done an All Hail the King without you.
That's true.
Yeah, and
Would
like,
you?
I'd
What if
rather
I asked
not.
you?
I mean,
Right now?
To be fair, you kind of did when you were like had your surgery. You were like, just do the next one without me, and we were no.
I know, it's just like
But to be fair, me and Garrett had just recorded like a month worth of podcasts, just me and him, just about Stephen King stuff. So it was just kind of like, nah, we might as well wait.
Yeah,
but we do. We're not pushing you out. We're just adding another person in. We got a guest.
Another guest,
another friend who's also a listener.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Wow, that was nice and close.
Making sure I'm really loud in the mic for this one.
The same way that Meg was a Vampire Diaries expert, you are the Sex and the City.
Yes.
It's
a thing that I keep on getting mixed up. Like I will actively search for Sex in the City, even though I know it's not.
And then it's like quite fucked up.
It's just lots of sex in cities.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you for coming on.
This has been in the works for a while. I feel like because you've like
we
started
have been
rewatching
discussing this for months.
As I remember you starting watching Sex and the City again for it like months ago.
Yeah, and you watched all the Gossip Girl, New Girl.
Oh, I watch all
Two
of the
Broke Girls.
I haven't watched Two Broke Girls or Girls, funny enough.
Ever?
I've seen bits of Two Broke Girls, and when I was listening to like you talking about New Girl, you kind of mentioned it a little bit.
Yeah.
I get it. Just the fast pacedness of it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. I get a little bit iffy with American shows.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they're like very hit or miss. They definitely rely more on like. Yeah. We kind of talked about this in the past with like British shows. They definitely rely on like single creative heads who like mainly do like the full scripts. With like American ones, it's like writer rooms.
There's just a lot of dry, blunt humour in British ones, which I really appreciate. And to be fair, I think Sex and the City kind of has a lot of dry, blunt humour.
No, exactly. This is like so this is way more my cup of tea.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So do you say that? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we haven't done a British thing in a while.
No.
Do you want to do a British thing soon? I've been watching The Thick of It. We could squeeze that in.
I 1000% think you need to do it. Have you done a Peep Show one?
No.
You need to do a Peep Show one.
Do you want to just do a British one?
We should just do like British shows. Back, classic British shows.
Yeah.
Well, not classic British shows.
No,
just
like
iconic British shows. So like you've got like the very, very popular like In-Betweeners, Peep Show.
Yeah.
Maybe Friday Night Dinner. That's
there must be like a genre term for like those British shows.
British comedy shows. The BBC shows.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! You'll have to do quite a lot of those ones.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll get to the Welsh
BBC
shows.
Disclaimer: we're not promoting them.
No. Fuck the BBC.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about the BBC.
No. We're off topic completely.
Yeah. We're going into the HBO lane.
Yes,
HBO.
we are.
Yeah. Classic HBO, 90s HBO.
Actually, it's nice is we're going back to it because Girls was HBO.
Yeah, it's true. We started with HBO. Everything like has been leading to Sex and the City.
This is the massive climax of everything.
Genuinely though, whenever you go into like any of the Wikipedia articles on like any of these shows, one of the big first sources like all these like list is Sex and the City.
There's not been a single one of the Girls season that hasn't been like, and this person worked on Sex and the City.
Yeah,
and this person was inspired by Sex and the City.
I think prior to watching Sex and the City, I didn't realise how much of a cultural iconic show that actually is.
It's funny you say that because it's this like not many pilots start with theme songs. Obviously this one did. I didn't know I knew the Sex and the City theme song.
Literally.
And the second it started, I was like, fuck, I know this.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard this. Yeah.
I haven't heard that before.
Really?
It's just a very iconically used in like references and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, this is perfectly segues. Do any of you have like any history with the show? I'm guessing you do, obviously, because you've seen it before.
Yes. My only history of it being that when it came out, my mum was in her like early to mid 30s. So a show about women in their early to mid 30s was like her absolute cup of tea.
Yeah.
And she absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Did you
watch
any of it?
I grew up with her watching it all the time. So I remember seeing it in the background. Very similar to when she used to watch Friends all the time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like but I never got into it because I didn't understand it.
No, yeah.
And I think it was good that I never watched it properly until now.
Yeah.
Because now I get
Now you're a woman in your 30s living in the city.
Yeah. 27 is basically in the mid 30s.
It's the new 30s, if anything.
It does feel that way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you have like any history with it?
No, I obviously knew about it culturally, and I knew about like the fact it was a show with films, but I didn't know like anything about it. I don't think I'd ever seen an episode, which is why I was so surprised that I knew the theme.
Yeah.
But like I knew the main character was called Carrie. I knew it was Sarah Jessica Parker. I knew that it was extremely influential.
Yeah.
I just hadn't actually seen it.
I only know that it was a show for women and gay guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I didn't get around to it now. It seems like something like I saw like it being like sort of obviously more character led, very low stakes, but like I don't know, it's set in New York. I like that shit.
Yeah, seems like the kind of show you'd like.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a nice chill where there's no big villain line, there's no big.
I disagree. There are massive fucking villains in this.
Sorry, the main character is a massive villain line, but like there's no like big destruction of anything or anything like that. You're not like it's just a nice casual like I'm just watching women develop and live their lives.
Yeah.
No, I was watching this. I was thinking like 5 minutes in, I was thinking like, I completely understand how this could be like a comfort show.
Yeah,
especially because it like aired on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
In America at least. It's just like, settle in on a Sunday and watch like your girls just like navigate their lives.
But yeah, it's like the end of history. The Soviet Union's collapsed. Capitalism prevails, and these ladies are they're out for money bags.
Just in New York City.
They're serving cunt, and they are spending a lot of money on clothes.
Yeah.
I'm very curious. Did this have like a controversy section?
Oh yeah. Well.
I can tell you about the controversies.
Oh yeah.
Not controversy. It was listed as criticism, which is a separate thing because it was more about the text itself.
I'm guessing it's going to have very similar criticisms that Girls had.
About like
in terms of like its depiction of New York during that like any period. Like if focusing on like this sort of group of women.
Yeah, kind of. It'd be interesting to get your takes. So I could talk about that now before I even go into development if you want, since we're on topic.
Go for it. Let's just get into the critiques.
Yeah, why even talk about
away.
The context? Let's talk about the criticism.
Let's not even talk about the show. Let's just talk about why it's bad.
Yes.
So it was criticised for its influence on adolescents, girls and women. And I didn't go into like specific
Some things
notes.
never fucking change.
Yeah, pretty much. Because it's pretty much, I love this line. I wrote this line verbatim. Academics are divided on if the show is feminist, anti-feminist, or post-feminist. So it's literally just like no one can decide on if it's depicting women in a way that's bad, if it's accurate to women, if it's like a whole other level beyond that.
It's funny how this is like literally, when I said like, oh, things never change, what I mean is like literally any sort of big media property like blows up and it centers women, and it's like either they're like a massive part of the audience, or like they're a big part of the creative team. There's always this backlash, like the one that comes to mind is like Barbie.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
That was like the new next big like
Yes.
thing that was like created by women, and like a million hot takes came about like, this is feminist. No, this is not feminist. In fact, it's the opposite. It's pro-capitalist or whatever.
Yeah.
And there are definitely, again, obvious criticisms that it definitely warrants.
Everything has valid criticisms.
Yeah. But it's always interesting. Every single time, it's always these specific kind of shows.
Yeah, it's like because it's made by women on paper for women.
Yeah.
It's just so open to like every.
So it just sort of just like, what does this do for the idea of feminism?
Yeah, it's like, and I'm saying this like as a man, for like how I would just see it as a relation. It's kind of like how when any queer media comes out, it's like immediately like, oh, but where does it fit in the pantheon of queer media? What impact does it have?
Who does it represent? Who doesn't it represent?
And I imagine like that's the case for many minority groups.
Yeah.
And even though women aren't a minority in the world, they're treated like one.
Yeah.
I feel like I could say that as a man on this podcast.
Stop subjugating us. That's the thing. You're not kicking me out. I'm slowly pushing you out until we,
until we make this a female-only podcast.
Honestly,
come on. We're going to do
yearn for, maybe bad timing to say this, I yearn for the day where I'm out of commission for like a month or two and I get to listen to an episode which I wasn't on.
It's okay, I'll step in for your place, Joe.
What
shall we talk about though?
Yeah.
Do you like video nasties?
Sure.
Awesome.
Oh, Garrett, we get it.
I'm sorry, Garrett. You won't be given time.
But
no, I'm doing research on that.
That is interesting. I can see why no one can make up their minds on what they think it is in terms of feminism.
Yeah, because I could see like the arguments for all of them of just like you said about the clothes of like, oh, so women's lives are just like sleeping with men and like relationships.
I mean, they even make fun of that within the text itself.
Exactly. And like what you've also got to give them is every single one of the women on the show are in a successful career that they built entirely themselves.
Yeah.
Like they never play them down as like, oh, well, like, I think Charlotte's the only character who's really represented as my life won't be complete unless I've got a man and a family.
Yeah.
Whereas the other women are kind of give or take with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Especially Samantha.
I think it's interesting because of the whole thing with, like you said, about them having jobs. I feel like that plays into it, where as time has gone on, especially, you know, people are a lot more aware of like the financial difficulties that people face, and especially now when like the economy is just fucked irreparably. Like if this came out now, like I know they had the re-release, but I mean like if there was just pure Sex in the City now, the way it was then, and it was released now, it would feel so out of touch.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I can understand why people looking back would be like,
I mean, people even think like Girls was like people are out of touch just because in that time period that was sort of like. It was like post like financial crash, but like even then they seem like they're doing fine.
Yeah.
Like all things considered, like this model of life is just like I don't know. I'm not saying it was unobtainable then, but even now it seems like it almost seems in poor taste.
It's like you said, like they built their careers from ground up.
Exactly, but I get it because I think a lot of the show has a lot of relatability to it. But then sometimes I'm like. But you are a single woman living in New York in a massive apartment completely by yourself on your own
But
funds.
in that way, I think that sort of adds to the coziness. It feels like a time capsule.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It feels like a nice little time.
Yeah. And I'm not just saying that because the Twin Towers are in the beginning.
Yeah.
So just like,
yeah.
Just good old New York.
Oh my god, yay, pre-9/11 times.
Back when the world was good, there was hope.
When women just
didn't the
ruled
world
the
look so
workplace.
much brighter back then as well?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh god,
I love old media, just the way it was shot. The colorization of old media.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I genuinely, I am very excited to talk about like the actual like
way it was shot.
Yeah. this has got the sauce. This is like this one. But we'll talk about it with the production because Joe has notes, and I'm guessing you do as well.
Oh, I've got lots of notes.
There we go. You can fill in my gaps.
Yay.
This is something, saying about like notes though, this is something I didn't know, that the show is actually based on a real new, it's not just a book. So it was Candice Bushnell's column, Sex and the City, was published in the New York Observer and later was compiled into a book of the same name by the same author.
Oh, because that's literally what Carrie's character does as well.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So,
and then, like, she gets hers compiled into a book later on.
And then
as
she
well,
works for Vogue, doesn't she? So does
Interesting.
Candice.
Okay, so they quite literally write Carrie as if she's Candice, kind of.
Well, straight up, actually, because...
I don't think she feels about all the criticism,
That's why I'm saying kind of.
Maybe
she's not as bad as Carrie.
Yeah.
Because,
I have no relation to Carrie.
Well, it's funny you say that because, Bushnell has said in interviews that Carrie was her alter ego. So how it worked is initially the column was just in first person. So she'd be like, I did this. I went out and I slept with this man and we did this.
It slowly evolved to second person,
but,
third person, and then she transcended the form entirely.
So last night you slept with us.
So picture this.
But
she's manipulating you.
She introduced Carrie as a friend, which I think is really funny, to be like, my friend did this.
Oh, yeah,
but the reason she did that is because she didn't want her parents to think they were reading about her sex life.
Okay, that is.
But it's really funny when you consider Carrie didn't initially have a surname, but it's really funny when you think of like Carrie Bradshaw, Candice Bushnell.
Yeah,
it's the same initials.
It is the same initial. Okay,
like I'm sure people knew. But yeah, it's
though.
Yeah, so like you said, Carrie writes for the New York Star. Instead, it is a self-insert. I'm not saying they're one-to-one, but like it started as a self-insert.
That's really fun though.
In the column, at least it is, because the column is not fictional as far as I know. It's just like, it's actually about her life and her friends.
Imagine if Phoebe Waller-Bridge's actual name was Fleabag.
That'd be wild.
She was set up to fail in life if she was named that as a child.
About the show itself. So Bushnell collaborated with TV producer Darren Star, who she had profiled for Vogue, to adapt the columns for TV. Both HBO and ABC expressed interest in the series, but Darren Star ultimately chose HBO for the creative freedom they offered.
Oh, yeah. Show tit and say fuck.
Utilise that one.
Yeah. I was genuinely surprised seeing this.
I was surprised by that.
I was just like, oh shit, they're saying fuck. Yeah. They're showing tit. Yeah. It's the 90s.
Genuinely, the way that it just kind of starts straight up and they're just talking about getting fucked.
Yeah, that's
like they do not hold back.
I think that's needed. I don't think you could have had this with like pussyfooting around it.
No,
yeah, that's true.
Like, I think that's where they got a lot of the relatability from. It's a lot of women with their friends are very just open and honest.
Yeah.
And I like that they did that.
I'm just trying to think though, at the time, like obviously it was on HBO. Did it have like, I'm just wondering if it had like the reputation, like, oh, you could just do whatever. Because like, I'm just wondering because obviously we get the sense that the 80s was a lot more conservative with like how you could actually depict things.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is like a lot more open. It's not as open as say like Girls was later on, where you're just like full on seeing like
seeing lots of things.
Where you're seeing just like full naked bodies. But I'm just wondering if this was like either like a stepping stone in like this sort of depiction being normalized, or if it was just sort of like becoming more normal at around this period.
I imagine it was probably, I don't know, but like I imagine it was probably like kind of a stepping stone, especially when you know of like HBO and like what it would, like you said, its reputation.
Yeah, because I know like Sopranos was like around at the time, and that's like showed like a lot of violence and stuff. Yeah. But it feels different when it's like sex.
We talked about this before, about how lots of people were just like, oh, shows like the goriest shit in film possible, but the second it's anything like sexualized, it's like
can't be titillating.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I wouldn't watch this with my parents. Meanwhile, I watched like, I'm not saying I did, but like someone will watch all of say Squid Game or Saw with their parents.
Yeah.
But then like the second they fucking see like the
tit comes on screen, like, oh my god, no.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, so I imagine that probably played an influence in it on why they chose HBO.
Also the budget.
Yeah,
this
I
sounds like
that as well. Massive budget.
Yeah.
Star wrote the pilot with Sarah Jessica Parker in mind for the role of Carrie.
Was she like big before this? Literally the only.
I think she was quite famous around that time. You can kind of, I've heard a lot about Sarah Jessica Parker being exactly like Carrie. I've heard a lot of people saying like she doesn't really play Carrie. Carrie just kind of is her, and you can kind of get that essence from her.
I mean, that's good casting, then, I suppose.
Yeah, so you can see how Carrie would have been written with Sarah Jessica Parker mind for the role. I think that's how she played it so well, was if she was literally written for it, they kind of just wrote it.
She literally saw that bitch in the streets. Just like, get her in here.
I literally just remembered that Sarah Jessica Parker is in Glee.
Is she?
God!
Yeah.
Does she sing?
She sings Let's Have a Kiki.
Oh my God, she does!
Have you seen that clip?
I have seen that clip.
Funny.
She's like fully dressed up in like some kind of shit. She's got like drag queens all around her.
It's genuine. It's a very funny scene, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When was that filmed?
Filmed, I'm not sure. I think it was like season 4 or 5. So like 2014, 15?
So post Sex and the City.
When I was watching, one of the notes I made, in one of the very, very first scenes of the show, when they're like having like the little party for Miranda.
Oh yeah, when they're surrounded by transsexuals.
By drag queens.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
And it's like, whoa, okay. And it's casual. No one mentions it.
Yeah.
It's not made a big deal of. It's literally just like, this is our life and this is what we like to do.
What's the thing about
I'm not saying it because I literally watched one episode, but I feel as though if this was now, there'd be TERFs. I have no backing of this.
So,
Oh no.
So I wouldn't say they'd exactly be TERFs. Only reason I'm saying that is because of how they portrayed themselves in the spin-off in 2021 and onwards.
Oh, okay.
Because they completely kind of changed their perspective on that a little bit.
That's good.
Whereas there is, I think it's season 4.
I know the episode.
That one specific episode.
There's a trans episode.
Because at the start of every single episode, you get the usual little disclaimer. Oh, this contains foul language and scenes of a sexual nature. But this one episode starts with, this contains hateful language that no longer represents the mindset. Some people might find it offensive.
Ooh.
And then straight in, about 5 seconds in, they say the T slur about 5 or 6 times when referencing some trans women who also happen to be, unfortunately, obviously black trans women who are out in the streets late at night making a big, loud, rusty noise.
Are they sex workers or am I misremembering that?
They are sex workers as well. Yeah.
Woo! 3 for 3!
yeah. So like that, I can totally see how that would make you. But then in the whole, is it called Just Like That? I'm pretty sure it's called.
And Just Like That, yeah.
Complete change.
Good.
They they start. Miranda becomes a lesbian. Starts dating a non-binary person. Stuff like that. It's it's crazy stuff.
Is this a reboot or is this like a?
This is a full on
legacy
sequel kind of thing. Yeah.
Like
they recast?
It's
no.
It's
same people.
Same women.
Samantha's not in it, but apparently the actress didn't want to return due to some issues on set previously filming Sex and the City. But I will say it is a complete contrast.
Okay.
They go into very politically relevant subjects, and there's a lot of representation in ethnicities,
that's good,
gender identities, and sexual orientation that there is not in Sex and the City.
That's good then, I guess.
So like they literally rebranded it for the relevant time.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, because I weirdly feel like this is the kind of show that could be progressive. Like you said about how like there's just drag queens in the first episode and no one mentions it.
They have just a gay friend, Stanford.
Yeah. And it's interesting, like I often think about how like looking back at like older stuff and people say like everything's woke now, and older stuff can be surprisingly progressive. I mean, I was saying I watched like a 1950s Superman film, which like came on one of the Blu-rays I got. I bought a Superman collection, and it was literally like one of, if not the first, like major motion picture of Superman. And there's straight up a bit where Superman says to a lynch mob of like, you're acting like Nazis. and fully it's like, I'm taking your guns, and just takes them off. But it's just like, people call the new Superman woke. This was 70 years ago.
Yeah. They're too scared to do that now.
Yeah, I think a lot of shows actually were a lot more woke than people realise at the time.
Yeah, it's like they would like, looking back on them, there's times where you are like you said with that episode, you're like, oh, this hasn't aged well. But then more in like the casualness of like visibility in that regards. Just a bit more about Darren Star before we go to Sarah Jessica Parker. He was very influential in a lot of creation of a lot of television. So he created Beverly Hills 90210.
Wow.
Yeah. I haven't heard of these. Melrose Place, Central Park West, but all before Sex and the City. Some later ones he introduced, he created. This Is for Meg, Emily in Paris.
Actually,
oh my god, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Well, some of that.
Meg loves that. She
Yeah,
doesn't
she
want
does.
to.
She actually
No, she
love
fucking
it.
hates
I was gonna
it.
say.
She doesn't want to admit it, but then she's watched every episode.
Look, I watched I think 2 seasons of it. I couldn't.
she always
watch
pulls
past
that. Oh, I
that
just
point.
put it on in the background. Girl, you can't put
And then she'll-
5 seasons on in the background.
She'll like, put it on in the background, and then next thing she'll be like, "You'll never guess what happened." Emily in Paris.
That's okay. We should get her
I
on
get
our
it, I get
DVD.
it, I
Oh
get
wait,
it.
it's Netflix.
Yeah.
It's
Never mind.
Netflix now. Oh God, we'll make it for her. Yeah. So yeah, Darren Star was the one who brought on Sarah Jessica Parker. Sarah Jessica Parker said, "I was flattered but didn't want to do it. He convinced me, begged me to do it, and I signed the contract."
What was she doing before this?
What was
What
Sarah
was-
Jessica Parker up to in the 90s?
Yeah.
I can find out if you want.
Was she like another TV? She wasn't really a film actor, was she?
Let's have
I
a look.
can't think of a single film with her in.
She's married to Matthew Broderick.
What?
I didn't know this. Since 1997,
Bloody hell!
and they're still married. Good
I'm
for
going to do
them.
this one for Garen. Did you know Matthew Broderick killed 2 people in Ireland in the 80s?
I do because I'm also friends with Garen.
Sorry, context, please.
He was drunk driving in Ireland and he killed 2 people
They're
and he got away
always
with
bastard drunk driving.
it. I know.
It's actually quite surprising to find a celebrity who
Oh
hasn't got
yeah,
a
she was in
DUI.
Mars Attacks.
Oh,
What, she?
Yeah. She was like, yeah. What else was it?
Oh my god, who was she in Mars Attacks?
Oh, she's in Ed Wood. Anyone?
no, sorry.
Oh, come on.
She's in-
Hocus Pocus!
Oh my god, of course!
Was that before this?
Yeah, it was 93.
course.
Really? I
I
didn't
know.
realize that was
No,
before
she was a
this.
huge actor. We're dumb.
Completely
She's
forget.
in Footloose. Girls just want to have fun. Flight of Navigator, which is another Disney film.
She's in Flight of the Navigator? Did
Yeah.
she play the sister?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh my
Sorry.
god, she's the lady with the bob in Mars Attacks.
Watch Ed Wood. It's so good. Yes, she is.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
we're
don't
done.
know where it is. I just, whenever I see her face, I just do not associate her and her character in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, I completely forgot that was her, actually.
Like,
No, I absolutely do. I'm just dumb.
Yeah.
yeah.
But also, it feels like a 99 movie.
I'm surprised Hocus Pocus is that early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
movie.
a progressive movie.
Yeah. With the blood of a
Seen
virgin.
Hocus Pocus too?
I haven't actually.
Did
No.
she come back for that?
She
did.
did, yeah. I think they all did.
Yeah.
I just, my thing with legacy sequels.
I love Hocus Pocus
There's
so
a-
much I don't want to ruin it.
If it's
Yeah.
a legacy sequel of Digimon though, you're like,
Actually, I have the newest Digimon film came out 3 years ago, and I still haven't watched it.
haven't you?
No.
Why not?
Now that's called
'cause-
restraint.
Well, they didn't show it in cinemas, and then
They didn't show.
yeah, they were the reviews were like, it's like, oh, it's pretty good, but like the Digimon film before that was the one where it's like, oh, the original ones, yeah, dead now, and like was really sad. I was
I
like,
was right, but
yeah.
I wish I was Ride or Die for it. I'm sure there is. I'm just blind to it. I wish there was a Ride or Die series every time.
yeah, if it had shown in cinemas, I would have. But like the whole thing with legacy sequels is just like, oh, it's the thing and I hate being an arsehole about it because like I know
No, be an arsehole about it. You're correct.
because I know The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out, and like every time I see a thing of like this new thing is finally getting a sequel, and it's like from the 90s, and it's like, well, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Like you said, I don't want to. The original's there. I
Yeah.
don't need like a washed down, shitty,
whitewashed.
except in the style, especially because we're getting more and more of people now like putting them side to side and being like, why do all movies look grey now?
'cause
And,
they all-
you know,
Because they're all shot in fucking breads. And they
Yeah.
have the same, and they just,
don't know how to color grade them.
No,
Yeah.
apparently not anymore. It's
Yeah.
really depressing.
So
but it's
anyway,
nice going back to this and just seeing like, wow, this is
Colour.
vibrant.
Yeah.
This is like fucking
it
gorgeous.
is, yeah. Wait,
Oh, yeah, she was just like, no,
no, I don't want to
I
do
don't
it.
want to. I don't want to be in this series.
And then she was.
Okay, I guess I will.
I guess
It's
I
funny you say
will.
that actually, because like the pilot. So the pilot was shot in June 1997, a year before the premiere. Sarah Jessica Parker did not like the pilot.
I did hear.
Yeah, she said, "I hated the look, the clothes. I didn't think it worked." And she feared it would end her career. She even offered to work on 3 HBO movies unpaid to be released from her contract.
Wow.
But Darren Star refused. And
No, bitch.
no, you're doing this. But he did make changes for her for the full season.
It's fine in this. What is she on
I
about?
have no idea. I think it's
Okay,
like,
so I imagine, because in the first episode, the style of it being kind of shot, they do like that interview kind of style where they speak to the camera.
Do they
don't do that throughout the rest of the
series. I really like that.
And I wrote that in my notes. I was like, I fucking love that. It
really works.
I liked the way they introduced all the other characters with it as well. It just felt really cute.
And it works with the form because it's just like she's writing her article.
Yeah, and it felt like you were kind of reading her article while you were watching the show. Yeah. But it does then become kind of more of you're just kind of a fly on the wall kind of thing.
I wonder if she felt self-conscious then of like
staring down the camera.
Maybe.
I loved it the first time she looked at the camera.
Yeah.
No,
I like it. It's like I know some people can find it kind of obnoxious when you sort of, it's kind of breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Where I know a lot of people don't like it. I not like guilty pleasure, but I just really like that sort of thing. You're able to come across like information and jokes you wouldn't necessarily normally be able to.
Yeah.
It doesn't rely on just situations in order to tell jokes.
They carry on like the Carrie talking over things while she's reading the articles or writing her articles, and that's about it. They don't do the full on. So I imagine that must be something that she didn't like that they decided to change.
It's a shame, but we've said how we like fourth wall breaks. I mean, we talked about Fleabag earlier.
Yeah.
It's like a different style.
It's very much so used in a lot of British comedy, and I think that's maybe why we like it quite a lot.
Actually, that's a good point. We're a lot more used to it. I mean, Peep Show's entire consensus is just like looking at the camera.
I guess so, yeah.
So I guess for that style, it was very different. But they made changes, and she obviously agreed to stay on. The pilot.
They recast her in episode 2.
The pilot is titled Sex and the City. It's not often we get a pilot that is not just titled Pilot.
That's true.
I was thinking about this.
I kind of wish it was. Then we could do the 9/11 joke.
9/11 joke.
For the fifth time in the row.
Fifth week in a row. I think it's not since SpongeBob, which was cartoons. Obviously, cartoons, none of them, I don't think, had like pilot in the name.
Yeah.
But like, it's not since SpongeBob we've had an episode not just called Pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Fair enough.
It was written by Darren Star, directed by Susan Seidelman.
Shout out. She directed Desperately Seeking Susan.
She did.
And Smithereens.
She's
great. Have you seen Desperately Seeking Susan?
I have not.
It's got Madonna in it.
Wow.
Like peak 80s Madonna.
Yeah. Oh, so Madonna was good.
Yeah. She looks incredible in it. But it's really, really good. It's really fun.
Yeah, I was going to say she's a movie director. She did those, Making Mr. Right, Cookie She-Devil. She's a quite acclaimed director.
Yeah, she is.
Actually.
Yeah, and I think I haven't seen the rest of the show. Maybe it carries on with like this much effort in it, but I genuinely think she brings so much sauce to this.
Yeah, that's why I like noted down what she'd worked on, because I was just like, you could tell it's like, oh, this is like a movie director.
This is a movie director.
Yeah.
I love when you watch behind the scenes stuff and they get the cast and it's just like, oh, it's just like a movie every single time. It's like, no,
it's television.
It's television.
It's different. This was released June 6, 1998, so it's older than all of us.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, just a little fun thing.
Finally gone back in time far enough.
Yeah, and it was viewed by a nice, modest 3.84 million.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, okay.
You know, like...
Not mind-blowing amounts.
Not mind-blowing, but like...
It's not Two Broke Girls.
It's cultural... yeah, weird. Its cultural impact is obviously, like, in its legacy more than its immediate blow
Yeah,
up.
I definitely think so.
Another Breaking Bad, which is what I'll always say when we like see something that's kind of got, like, lower views.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a couple of names that we talked about before. So the fashion in the show was done by Patricia Field. So Eric Damon, who was the head of costume department for Gossip Girl, assisted Patricia Field, who was the head of the costume department for Sex and the City. She described the show's influence on fashion like sitting at the bottom of an atom bomb, which I think is an iconic thing to say.
That's a great line.
Yeah, I just love that. I haven't got any more notes on her in the fashion. Just like I thought that was great.
A friend here.
Fashion design.
You're big into fashion.
Yeah, I do have a degree
so
in it.
You're getting a master's in it, so...
I'm not getting a master's in fashion specifically, but it might influence me. I've got a degree in it, though. Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough.
Sex and City is very well renowned for
What do you actually think of it, though, personally?
I mean, I think a lot of people use Carrie for some reason as the fashion icon, and I think, she dresses quite eccentric, and I think that's what people really lean on. She
did the one thing I really like when I see women doing the 90s in movies is when they wear an oversized blazer over like a dress or something. I think that looks really cute.
I fucking love that too. Constantly.
I'm just like, damn, I need to get an oversized blazer.
You should.
They are very, I mean, they represent the fashion of the time very well, I think.
Yeah, like any sort of like show, any sort of fashion show.
And just the way that they're all very
capsule.
individually dressed really represents the people that they are. Like, you'll always see Miranda normally in like power suits, and you'll see Samantha in short dresses or skimpy skirts, and Charlotte's always sort of like in your little lace top.
I think I read somewhere, and by somewhere I mean IMDb trivia, that the actress who played Samantha would literally always wear high heels to stay in character.
I am not surprised.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I wish I had more to say about the fashion in this.
Yeah.
No, you're a fashionista. What do you think?
I should have worn more basketball shorts.
Not enough Adam Sandler representation. No.
Looking at all the guys in this, I'm just like, fuck me, I can't be asked to dress like that.
In the 3-piece suits.
Catch me in at most if it's a special occasion, jeans and a nice jumper, and that's it.
This is why you're not getting Samantha. This is why you're not getting.
They do
Charlotte.
introduce, don't they, Mr. Big in this episode?
They do, Mr.
And
Big.
he is just fully suited and booted.
Do you mean fucking American Psycho?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not jumping ahead. There are 2 lines, and I'm not exaggerating. He sounds exactly like Patrick Bateman. Yeah. Like the exact same, like vocal cadence. Like I don't mean what he's saying, kind of also, but the way he said it is exactly like.
I think you're onto it because, to be fair, Patrick Bateman is fully based on these guys.
Yes.
Yeah, he's based on like this sort of like money grabbing little scheming guy.
Stockbroker. Who is like when did American Psycho come out?
99.
So
but the book came out in the 80s.
Okay.
But it's like the same genre of man.
Yeah.
No, the fucking line was, no thank you, but another time. And then when he's in the fucking car and he's like inviting her in, and then he's just like, well, get in for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
He says exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally splice that in with like the prostitute scene.
The context of that as well. They've had like about a 5 or 6 second exchange previous to that, and then that's the only actual interaction they have had.
Yeah.
And he just pulls them in a car and he's like, yeah, get in.
I don't like Mr. Big.
And she's like,
I'll say
my
that.
God.
No.
I don't think anyone does.
That's good. No? You don't like Mr.
I know
Big?
there's like a guy, I'm sure there's plenty of guys. There's like one main guy that people hate.
Yeah.
Is it him?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. There we go then.
Yeah. It's got to be him.
Is there another one?
Steve, who gets with Miranda later on.
Is he a dick?
He's not per se a dick. He's just very much so, I think, because Miranda's such a very strong character. She's very much so, like, very stood on her own ground, very passionate.
She's the one with the
Steve is kind of like
hair.
he's like a,
Yeah.
He's a guy who ends up breaking up with her at one point because he's insecure about the fact that she earns more than him.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Especially at that time. It's like, oh my God,
and the
makes
girls
more
have
money
like a
than me.
full-on conversation about dating men who earn less than you. And I think it was Carrie and Samantha were kind of like, yeah, don't date a man who earns less than you because they'll always be insecure about it.
That's mad.
And then Charlotte kind of came in and she was like, why should we have to worry about men being insecure about us being successful?
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you shouldn't.
Fair. Yeah. That's part of like this. I like the conversation about like the whole like having sex like men thing.
Yeah.
And the different views on that. I feel like if every episode's kind of based around that, of just like a conversation.
Is that sort of the structure of the show where sort of like Carrie sort of proposes like a thing and then they all sort of discuss it, and then is it like a thesis episode sort of thing?
They always, pretty much every single episode, will meet in a cafe and discuss things with each other. But I wouldn't say it's always Carrie-led with everything.
So it's not like, oh, I'm doing this for my article.
No. Nothing like that at all, really.
Okay.
A lot of her article stuff she gets inspired by things her friends said to her just randomly.
I would love to read the book. I'd love to like actually read the articles. Like I kind of wish there was a world where like I would have had more time before this to actually just read it.
Yeah.
Just to see what it was like and how it was written.
Yeah. Well, I assume is it like in a similar way to like she's just speaking to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like
telling a story.
It was a style at the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting way it opens as well, considering it starts with like obviously it starts with her like typing on the
telling a story.
But then it cuts to someone who I thought was just like, what the fuck? I thought it was like, is this young Carrie?
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
this is like, what's going on with this? And then it delves into her article, and that's quite fun.
No, it's interesting. It's almost like going straight into like a fable before like shifting the perspective, being like, oh, that was my friend and she told me that. I thought that was just like, that's a really good hook. Just to have this sort of mini narrative like right at the beginning.
And what you have got to give this show is it constantly says that men are not shit. it paints men in a very bad light pretty much all the time.
Yeah, no, especially like straight out the bat with like this one.
Straight out the bat.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh yeah, we're going out.
Oh yeah,
we were looking at places. We're
talking about having children together, and then I never call you back again.
Yeah.
No,
there's a specific genre of man, and like this type of man, like a man who's like a slightly successful white man in the 90s, I guess. Where it's just like,
what's
fuck,
quite
they
depressing is they still exist now.
They do. Just like, oh yeah, fuck, these guys like think they're on top of the world.
Yeah, I think I watched it and I realised like, oh shit, a lot has not changed in the dating aspect of things in 30 years.
Yeah.
But like the way is like it's shot as well, where it's like almost impressionistic. Like the like what comes to mind is like when they're arguing on the phone and then it just like the rain's coming down on that bright red like building and it just pans down. It's just like maybe it's just going from like these quite sort of flat comedies and then even Gossip Girl, which I like praise the cinematography.
We did, yeah.
It felt so like even that feels like kind of basic compared to this, where it's just like there's some beautiful shots in this.
There is. I'm thinking of the sex scene with the silhouettes.
Yeah.
That's like stunning.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, and they do continue that.
Honestly, that little vignette at the beginning. There's just like 3 of like incredible shots. There's like the one with like the golf ball, but it's huge.
Yeah.
Then that goes up there. Then like obviously the sex scene, but them coming into New York like that.
Yeah.
That, it just like it looked
they
incredible.
They do continue
it's like,
with very beautiful shots throughout it. I will say
that's good to know.
No, definitely that makes sense. I was surprised. Like I like the. Is it weird to say I'm surprised how much focus is put on Carrie in this first episode when I'm kind of understanding of like this is an ensemble show between the 4 of them?
Yes.
Like the intro is like just Carrie serving face.
Yeah.
The camera.
I did note that down in my notes. I wrote the intro kind of really tells you what the show is going to mainly be about.
Yeah, just fair. Like I guess it's like I'm saying I thought it would be more ensemble, and yet I only ever knew Carrie like outside of the show.
I guess it's like the best way to sort of introduce this anyway.
Yeah.
It's better to see them from like her perspective, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense,
They do further into it, delve off a little bit more. Like you do find out a lot deeply about the other women's lives and see them individually. But you will almost always be focused more on Carrie than anyone else. She'll always get the most screen time and everything about it. But
that's fair.
It makes sense.
Another bit of trivia. Again, I don't know if it's real. Apparently, Carrie's apartment changes after this episode.
Yes. Okay, so I noted down about this.
That happens with pilots sometimes, like sets change and stuff.
Because the main thing, I was like, this has to be a different apartment. Because I said, I'm extremely confused by the layout of this shot. A window without a window looking into the living room with a computer in front of it. Because like when it like zooms into her writing on the article, it zooms into her window, but you see her sat in a window. But it's looking into her living room.
Oh, is it? That's just filmmaking, baby.
And I was like, this is not what her apartment looks like later in the series.
Okay.
So it makes total sense. I think they gave her a bigger apartment later.
Much like her breaking the fourth wall, the camera's breaking the fourth wall by just breaking all those
Apparently
physics.
so.
Saying about like fourth wall breaks though, I really like the bits where like she's interviewing people, like the whole like no, she's not even interviewing them, but like the whole like toxic boyfriend, like single, like hopeless romantic. Like
I was rewatching it on the train ride down here to get my brain going. I love the part where Miranda looks at the screen and the one guy just before it is like, women just need to date the fat, ugly, poor men. And then she just looks at the camera and she goes, I've dated the fat, ugly, poor men, and they're exactly the same.
That's
the editing is like so on point. It really like creates really like such a great flow. But yeah, I love those scenes with the guys just speaking like directly to the camera and then just like obviously saying like quite horrific
they're just complaining
things
about women.
And
then it's just the women coming on screen just being like, men just fucking suck.
The shit of like, who wants to date a woman past 35? Because then you gotta get married and have kids straight away.
But just having it depicted in this gymnasium as well. It's like so
rock
funny.
And then they're rock climbing and then they're just in a suit. And it's like...
I thought one of them was Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Me too.
To the point where I googled like, and apparently I don't think it is, but I fully googled Tim Robinson Sex and the City, and like Sex and the City episode 1 came up, so I'm not the first person to Google it.
Okay.
This guy just looks uncannily like him. That's all it is.
It was mad.
But they're not the only one with toxic ideas, because I think it's Miranda, the one that just like who tells that story of like
the woman who turned 41 and then she couldn't date again.
And
I gotta say, it is like sort of perpetuating this like sexist idea, like obviously if you're not married, then you're just gonna have a mental breakdown. So it just puts this idea of just like a clock on your life, which is just like, that is horrific. We're kind of like the Sex and the City girls in a way.
Yes.
I want to get back. I want to like to take us all back in time, except in like a progressive alternate universe.
Oh yeah.
Where like, but also I just want to have big phones and be like, when are we meeting?
When are we meeting? You're young.
I want to make a plan, and everyone just has to be trusted to show up.
Yeah, when I watched Gossip Girl for the first time, I so desperately just wanted like that just lovely little aesthetic.
Yeah.
The PSP phones.
I'm rich. I'm just living in New York.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting on the Met steps and eating my little yogurts and dressing cunty.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
I bet it's not. No,
It's not. I bet it's better than being like moderately, slightly like higher working class in fucking South Wales.
Yeah. I'm just working class. Oh no, sorry guys, I'm getting a 4.1% pay rise.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
I haven't got a pay rise yet.
Really? I get a pay
I
rise
answer the
every
fuck
year.
out of those emails.
Every year I get a pay rise.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah, but
We fucking will crack down on the fuckers if they do.
damn, you and your union rep.
Damn.
But I guess like going back to it, it's when she was talking about it, part of me was kind of just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen to me.
No.
But then I thought for a second, it's like, wait, what am I talking about?
But then she makes that great point of, this story doesn't make men feel bad about themselves.
No.
And I was like, yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah, there is like a
because
truth in
there's
that.
never, ever that storyline of men. Of like, oh, well, you're 41 and unmarried, you're never going to get someone now.
Mm. So Charlotte's an art dealer?
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie. Oh my God.
I love that bit where she's with that man and she's just looking at that painting.
It's like,
It's just like, this would get millions.
I know.
It's just like a millions.
She literally goes there, she's like, fuck me, this is such a good painting. And yeah, she's very, I like Charlotte. I do.
No, just read
yeah. Being an art dealer, that's a fake job, but oh god, if I ever had a fake job, I'd want to be a fucking art dealer.
That is genuinely. I watched that show and I was like, should I go into art dealing?
Yeah. What do? You just
you literally
sell
just convince rich people to buy pieces of art.
That's incredible.
I'm like,
bullshit.
I genuinely think I could use my sales techniques for my current job. I wouldn't feel guilty trying to convince a rich person to spend loads of money.
The only thing I would
play a hell.
The only thing I would genuinely feel bad about is I would genuinely feel like I am demeaning this art by selling it to a rich person.
Yeah.
But hey, if they're getting money, it's kind of just like
I've heard the commissions are really good in those kind of jobs.
I'm sure they are.
But yeah, that's an interesting career. Very interesting career. And Samantha is a publicist.
I was going to say, so what are the other careers? So we got newspaper, like news agent, news article.
Yeah, personal assistant, publisher. She's like
since Samantha works in publishing, does she help Carrie like publish, or is she just like
no? I don't think she works in complete publishing. It's like she's like a social media manager before social media was a thing. She's a
publicist.
Yeah, publicist, like you said. Yeah.
She works with like famous people and helps them to book events and all this stuff and yeah.
I thought she was a publisher.
That makes sense.
Assist.
And who are we missing?
Miranda. Miranda is a lawyer.
Talking about?
Ginger one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So
she's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer.
She is a lawyer. She ends up becoming a partner of her own firm, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then she gives it up to have a child.
Great.
Well, we're also forgetting someone. How can we forget old Skipper?
Skipper.
Website designer.
Actually, I have a bit to say about Skipper.
I have a bit to say about Skipper, and I'm afraid to say it.
They really.
Is this a safe space?
I wonder if we have the same kind of opinion.
I'm scared.
They really, they portray Skipper as this like, I really respect women, and I hate you saying the word pussy because that really makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And then he meets Miranda, and about 5 seconds into meeting Miranda, has his hand on his thigh.
I liked Skipper the first half of the episode. I was like, oh, he's cute. Like, I like him. He's a website designer.
The second he met Miranda, my entire opinion of him changed.
Yeah. It was the feel the hand on the side thing. And I was like, oh, he's just a bit uncomfortable. And like, you know, but then like also...
No, he's like Pedro Pascal. He likes to hold women to feel
It soothes his anxieties.
And the ending as well.
Where he's just like harassing Miranda over the phone.
Like, the weird thing where like it's like, oh, he like she's leaving and she's like, oh, I'm done, and then he grabs her, kisses her, and it's like let's be like, oh, now he's taking charge, and it's just like
he took the 12-step program of how to seduce.
It's like being a nice guy isn't working. Guess I'll be a
tame the.
Yeah. And
have you ever seen Magnolia?
No.
I'm gonna show you some clips, man.
Is that from Magnolia?
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. He plays a like a real con man.
Yeah.
Like he's on stage, you know, like the end of one point. Like one of the things he's just like hardest the dick. Tame the. So we're so this room is anti-skipper.
Yeah, unfortunately so.
Okay.
Just a shame. He started out really cute.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh, this is going to be like the guy character that like we're going to like love and be like, Bob, and he's good as a friend, but no one wants to date him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's always like a fine line because that character can quickly develop. I think the fact of like nice guys developing now into like incels in the years after.
Yeah. There's a through line between Ross from Friends and
the
incel.
Yeah.
Well, and then you watch Friends, and he's doing fine.
What, Ross?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Ross gets girls, doesn't he? Yes. He gets married like 3 times, doesn't he? But I don't mind. I'm saying this. I've only watched like the first couple seasons of Friends. I haven't seen much of it. But like I've seen clips, and I know obviously the cultural osmosis stuff. My understanding wasn't that Ross was an incel; that it was just kind of like
pathetic.
Rude. Yeah, like not nice. But who knows? We'll do Friends at some point.
Yeah.
I was just reading a quote I liked. This is like not a direct quote, but just when they were meeting, was it someone's birthday or an anniversary or something?
It was Miranda's birthday.
I just like this, like, this celebration could have been a conference call. Just like,
no, that's something about a character. That's a really good line.
Yeah.
I really like that scene. That was like really well written.
Yeah, no,
like they all put across their point of views. It really helps you understand their characters like right away.
Yeah, I love the conversation. I mentioned earlier, I just love the conversational aspect of this. I think dialogue is like the hardest thing to write, and like I think this show really nails it. Just like you said, how they get the character across, the succinctness of what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's not direct. It's not like spelling it out for the audience.
Yeah.
But it's natural. It's really natural.
Yeah. And like what they're saying actually, like what their ideologies are basically, like how they interpret like the central like thesis of just like women having sex like men, and like what that actually does to like relationships.
Yeah.
And like how 2 of them are just like, yeah, it's fine, and then the other 2 are just like, no.
Yeah.
Like later on, it plays off like quite well. But no, I agree. It was like I really like this scene, and then they all like disband, I suppose.
Yeah. It's so interesting to see life before group chats, if that makes sense, of like they're actually catching up on things. Like we see each other a lot anyway.
They have phone.
They have phones, don't get me wrong, but like, do you see what I mean? Of like, you're not getting like the constant updates.
Yeah.
Of like, we could tell each other and everything.
Yeah, it's cute when she just called her, just like, like, oh, I'm going to the sink tonight. Just like,
you're not wrong.
And like, I'm not saying I wouldn't want group chats. Like, it's so convenient and it's nice to be able to like talk to everyone at any time.
And it's very cool. It's at a tranny bar.
One other thing I do know about what they do, maybe I'm just old, but they just casually go clubbing.
Yeah.
In their mid-30s.
Right. I've been thinking about this because obviously, not obviously, the audience won't know this.
Obviously.
So it was our friend's, it was your birthday relatively recently, but it was also our other friend's birthday, Meg, who was on this podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 27 Club.
Yeah, I can't wait
Don't
to
say it like
die
that.
this
So you're going to kill yourself.
I'm going to kill myself this year. Yay! Being win for this one. Yes.
But yeah, we went out for like a friend's birthday last week, and it was pretty low key, at least for the bits I was there for. But like we went to like this place which had like activities and stuff. Like ping pong. Viv and I have been really into ping pong recently. And
by into me, and I've been fucking thrashing you.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. But at the point of like, oh, we should do this again, and like come here and like have some drinks and play some ping pong. And I had this weird realization where it's just like, fuck, we could just do that whenever we want. Like, there's nothing stopping us doing it. Not everything has to be like the most pre-organized. Like, I know we do that because we have a good group of friends, and we like to organize things in advance so that people know. There's nothing stopping just like 3 of us just being like, I'm free tonight. Do you want to do anything?
I mean, yeah. To be fair, we kind of did that when we went out to the Broadway musicals.
Yeah, that was just kind of a last minute thing.
That was a nice little cute night.
Yeah,
that was good.
Although I got way too drunk. I've never been that drunk before.
You did
My
get
God,
quite drunk,
I don't know what happened that night.
I don't remember what you were drinking. You just kind of just kept
you
on
didn't
going.
eat.
Oh, didn't I?
Okay.
That's unusual for me.
That makes more sense.
Then we got there and you drank more. The run back was so funny.
Yeah.
The entire time we were just like,
we had to run like half.
I'm drunk, but I'm self-aware. I'm so fucking self-aware.
I was so embarrassed.
Dude,
So that's the thing.
funny.
I don't black out. I just get really annoying. So
No, it was
I
fun.
have to suffer through it as well.
No, it's funny. And I was like dragging you to get to the taxi that was all the way at Katie's.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was like a mile away.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, it's fine. And he was waiting there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, fun night though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, nothing stopped me. That's just being like, hey, you free tonight? Like, granted, it'd be interesting to get
You
your
would have a
opinions on this.
meltdown if I was just
here's
like...
the thing. I was just about to say, granted, I want to get your opinions on this. Again, so it's all tangential. It's all inspired by, like, the Sex of the City conversations.
Sure.
Of just, like, yeah, I'm saying that. I also do like to have things pre-advanced. And I do think we live in a different world now where you couldn't necessarily just say, like, at least most people wouldn't want to just be like, hey, I'm going out tonight, do you want to come? And it's like, oh, the invite would be nice. But also, a lot of people don't want to just suddenly change plans.
Yes.
I feel like now we're in a space of, like the whole thing of, like, I remember hearing about this, I think it was more to do with Friends, but, like, those sitcoms where people just show up unannounced.
Yeah,
And the
I
idea
hate
of,
that.
like, oh, people, like, don't do that anymore. And it's like, yeah, to be fair, I love you all. If you showed up unannounced, like, if it was just like, oh, I was walking past and just pop it in, say hello, that'd be fine. If you showed up unannounced expecting, like, a long-term hangout, yeah, I probably would be annoyed.
Yeah.
I would also like to add, they're in New York, where everything is open all the time and everyone
Yeah,
lives...
that's true.
Yeah,
They've
they're
got a
not,
lot. And then, to be fair,
yeah.
the club they go to seems like a very nice chill vibe.
Yeah.
And if we had clubs like that more available, I'd probably
Yes,
do
they're
it.
not in the fucking valleys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the Eyes Wide Shut parties there.
No.
Yeah. No, I liked the party scene then of, like, I liked the characters crossing. I felt like they were all doing their own thing, but
Oh, we missed an
interacting.
important introduction. Mr. What's his name?
Mr. Big. Oh yeah, she bumps into him, doesn't she?
Yeah, and drops like
all her,
60
all her
condoms.
Magnum condoms
For
for her
a
monster
massive
dog. Yeah. Good for
Unless
her.
then she completely lost me when she's just like, he's so handsome, my dude.
Yes. The spoiler. I looked at the quiz to see if it was okay because it was BuzzFeed, but I was just like, I'll double check.
Yeah.
A lot of the questions like pick this person's best love interest. It's all just white men.
Yeah.
Most of it's just like pick between these 4 middle-aged white men. And it's just like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be
Would you rather
judgmental.
be young men?
Not necessarily. I guess it
Young,
works for
young.
their.
Are
it
you a
works for
more
the age.
Samantha? Were you
I guess it's weird. It's
date
weird.
men in your 20s?
I guess it's weird to criticize the age of the men. It's more just like the vibe of the men.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, like I don't like this type of man.
Nah.
You know,
You're like a cigar smoking Patrick Bateman type.
Nah. I smoked a cigar before.
You did.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "You look like fucking either Kingpin or not Alfred Hitchcock." Maybe someone said that. Winston Churchill, probably. Which, to be fair, I was in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're way better than either of those people.
Thank you.
She has sex with that guy, and then he's just like, thank you for the nut, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
That's when he meets Mr.
No,
Big.
she did. Yeah, because he doesn't even know. She's just like, she gets hers, and then he's like, "Oh, my turn." And she's like, "Actually, no, I'm leaving," which is a power move.
You know? I don't think so.
I don't think he will.
No.
We'll say though,
Yeah.
I might be giving him like the most minimum amount of credit. Gets her to finish before he finishes himself.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't see the scene prior to them. Maybe it took some negotiating.
Maybe, but
Maybe,
like,
but he seems
he
pretty
did.
casual, and I think it was sort of like a more of the way that he said afterwards. He was like, "Okay, my turn now."
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's more like I do
Yeah, I think that was probably the agreement, but she
Yeah.
obviously just had in the back of the mind,
No, it
like,
was
you
just
do
like,
me, and then I'll just get up and leave.
Good for her.
And
Yeah.
and the way that she walks out and she's like, I feel fucking great. I feel amazing right now. And I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
you do feel amazing right now because you should.
Yeah. No, I'm all for this. I'm all for like anything that's just like, yeah, fuck it, just do what you want.
Yeah.
I support everything women do.
That's why I quite like Samantha's character, because she is
Yeah.
very much so just like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
And like, what if people think this about I don't care.
Yeah.
Why should I care about... She's just like, I don't talk to them again.
Who called that guy Donald Trump?
My next line was, he's
Samantha.
the next Trump.
I also took
Except
note of that. I said,
richer
the
and
next Trump.
Yeah.
Oof. About Mr. Big.
Yeah, that's aged well.
You know, probably a great representation of Mr. Big.
Next President Big.
President Big.
President Mr. Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, fun fact, that's not his name nor his last name.
No,
What's his
I don't
actual
think
name?
so.
His actual name, I don't think you find out until either the very, very end of the series,
Wow.
or I found it out in the spin-off show. I don't know if they mention it in the movies or anything like that
I'm
at
not
all.
sure.
But I'm pretty sure his name is John.
John Big.
It's not even Big. That's not his last name. They just call him.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize this. I don't know why. I just thought
you
his
just
name
thought
was
his
like
name-
something big.
Oh, I thought it was his nickname. To be fair.
But yeah, I didn't process that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're calling him Mr. Big because he's like Mr. Big Bugs, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know what he does for a job.
Just,
Real estate.
Oh, probably
Some kind of rich
that kind
bullshit.
of guy. Yeah.
Mm,
It's kind of thing where it's like, what did Trump do for a job?
Yeah.
real
like-
estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still
Did
does
they
a fuck,
actually-
like
yeah,
a fuck
yeah.
ton of money, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was mainly real estate.
Yeah.
He cleaned up New York. No, wait, that's Rudy Giuliani.
And then we end on a freeze frame.
Wait, there's a couple of things in between.
Yeah.
Before-
There's a couple of things.
There is. Like, I left a gap.
Yeah, I did also. My last note was also freeze frame.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I love a
It
freeze
was,
frame.
yeah. It's very of the time.
Yeah. Remember Spider-Man 2 when it freeze frames halfway through the movie?
What?
else
no.
did
There's a
I-
montage after Peter gives up being Spider-Man and he's like
Oh.
happy and then he just smiles as blurry and then the
No, we did talk about the woman who was going out with was it Charlotte?
Yes.
And he was going out with Charlotte, and it was just
I
like
literally just read my note about that. Gets in the car with
literally
him.
doesn't get a second taxi
No,
because he wants
he's
to
like,
fuck.
oh, you're going to so and so, and she's like, yeah, and he's like, oh, take me to here, and she realizes it's the club, and she's
Oh.
like, oh, you're going to the club now. He's like, well, yeah, I'm not being funny.
Oh yeah, he's like
I've
I'm-
had a date with you, but
yeah.
like I need to get sex. So if I ain't getting it from you, I'm gonna go find it elsewhere.
wild.
And
Literally
that's when
doesn't
he
get-
picks up Samantha. Funnily enough, at the club.
That is wild.
It's they get some insane men in this.
Yeah,
I do think it is very funny that Samantha ends up with him though. That feels very
yeah,
funny.
of course.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I also noted in there that I feel like every friendship group needs a juxtaposition friendship, like Samantha and Charlotte.
Absolutely.
Well, is that just like two people quite different?
Complete opposites of each other, but kind of complement each other in that way.
Yeah, because like she believes in love and all that shit. She wants to believe in the best of people.
Whereas Samantha is
more
completely like just like very realistic and cynical.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I think
And
that
I
works.
think that they bounce off each other quite well with that, because like Samantha will be very sexual and into it, and then like, Charlotte's kind of like, oh god, no.
Yeah, Miranda I think is like cynical, but it's like different in like a different way.
Yeah, she's cynical and very much so. Just I think she's dated and she's realized like fucking, I'm sick of this shit now.
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily have like
Whereas
the confidence.
Samantha's
of, like,
never
a
really
smart-
dated. She's just
Yeah.
kind of seen it as not a necessary thing for her.
Yeah, it's different to like cynical from experience and cynical from idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that it's a testament of how well it's written. Like even this early on, you're able
Yeah.
to like see so much of the character.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I also wrote Carrie sucks, and the main
Right.
thing, right, that I will relate this to, is that scene where Samantha refers to Big as Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Carrie had already met Big.
Yes.
Carrie already clearly had a thing sort of going on
They
with
had a
Big.
connection.
You could tell that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But when Samantha says, oh, are you interested? Are you going to go speak to him? She just goes, oh, no, you can go talk to him. And sets Samantha up knowing she's going to get turned down.
Yeah.
Do you think so? I don't think it was like.
1000%.
I don't think it was intentionally supposed to be that sort of.
I think it might be from the perspective of seeing future seasons of
Oh,
how
probably,
Carrie
yeah.
acts. And that's
I'm sure
kind
there's
of
like
like
I think-
I'm sure we'll witness a level of manipulation untold.
I think I agree that she set her up to fail, especially because she fully, I think Samantha fully says, oh, do you know him? And Carrie's not even like, oh, I bumped into him earlier. She's like, no, we've never met. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
just keeping secrets.
it's a bit, it's like, why lie about that?
Because all these women are in competition with each other, but they can't admit it.
Yeah. And I agree in the fact that then, like, maybe this is me being a bit too thing, but like, the fact that then Carrie does go home with Mr. Big at the end.
No, she didn't.
Doesn't she? I
no,
thought she
she-
did.
she doesn't go home with him.
She drops off, and
She-
because
Oh.
he's like, have you ever been in love?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
And then she turns around and she's like, have you?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
I don't know
my
what I was
bad.
supposed to get
Yeah.
from that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be aurifying? Because it was like the opposite. It came across kind of pathetic.
I assumed it was
Yeah.
meant to be like charming.
yeah.
Yeah. My bad, of course, my
Yeah.
mistake. But like even then, there's still like there clearly is a connection between them.
Yeah.
It did give me a bit of a nick. I'm curious though. Like you don't have to get into spoiler territory, but like, you know, I can see the criticisms with Carrie in this episode specifically, but like obviously you seem to like very much dislike Carrie in a lot of aspects. What is it about her?
I think it's just watching future seasons about it, and then I've seen some like little video compilations and stuff like that where other people talk about her behavior, and it has made me realize how much she just kind of, if the attention is not on Carrie, she is not happy about it.
I watched a couple of parody videos of people like recreating like the sort of scenarios like the Carrie would do, and all of them are just like she's incredibly narcissistic and makes every situation about herself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like there's a scene later on where Miranda is flirted with by a guy because Carrie gets mugged or something. It's a very light mugging. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a very.
Imagine I got like it was a very light mugging.
It was very,
It's like, oh, he took my wallet, but there was nothing in it. It's like, well,
it's not really a fucking loss then, is it?
Like,
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And then like the guy, the policeman who's like registering all down, like gets kind of distracted by Miranda, and they sort of have like a little flirty thing.
Yeah.
And then Carrie's like, "Hello, I'm the one who's just stressed here," and like it's like let your friend have just a little moment.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
Because if that guy started flirting with Carrie, she would have no issue with it at all.
No, that's fair.
That wouldn't affect her at all, because she was flirting with her friend, and there's a lot of scenes where a guy chooses a friend over her.
Oh, and
she gets not very
happy about it.
Do you think, like, if you
continued
continued watching this, do you think we would sort of go with like a similar sort of mindset of just like she's clearly unlikable, whether intentional or not? Do you think you'd be like fine with it, or do you think it would be, because you know how we tend to like sort of give more grace?
Unlikable characters, but
I think we generally sort of get past to it if it's funny.
I think when I say I like an unlikable character, I think it's like a character who's not self-aware, but like in a kind of a comedic way.
Yeah.
I don't not like a character who's like realistically mean-spirited, or like you said, like if it is just she's narcissistic, she makes everything about her. If you heighten that to a certain degree, that's funny.
Yeah.
But like if it doesn't get to that degree, it's like absurdism. It's like you said, comedy.
Yeah.
When it's easy for a comedy when it's like one of my favorite examples is Bodies. All the characters in that are meant to be unlikable, but they are so cartoonishly like unaware of it. It's goofy, it's silly, it's fun. But like I can think of things where it's like, oh, I don't like this character and they're meant to be unlikable, but I still don't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the line is like, if it's funny. And from the description, it doesn't sound like it's funny. It just sounds like it's real.
Yeah.
Well, there's like...
This is now where I get Carrie as my...
Yeah.
Were you in
Sex that's all right. Can't be worse than what Viv got last week for fucking Gossip Girl.
I got fucking Chuck Bass.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, and he is represented awfully in the first episode.
Yeah.
Woo!
I know he goes to like some shit later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only because I picked the wrong wallpaper. You'll get it when you listen to it.
Who did you get, Joe?
Who did I get? I got the character who's not in the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A fan favourite.
Oh, fuck. What's her name? I wish I could remember. Is it like Charlotte?
Vanessa?
Or might have been?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She in episode 2?
Let me search Gossip Girl characters.
Episode 2.
Maybe. There's a surprising amount of these shows where like a very big character shows up in episode 2 of the
Georgina?
Georgina, was it?
It's either Georgina or Vanessa.
Georgina was not, kind of a fan favourite. She was a very intense character.
Is she in episode 1?
Oh,
no, I don't think... I don't know
she didn't come into it for a little while.
Yeah.
She's played by Michelle Thattenberg, who passed away recently. I say recently, past year. She was 30-something. Yeah, I was quite devastated, actually.
I might be completely wrong. When you listen, you'll hear. But like, I got a character who's not in the first episode, and I was like, "Oh well, I got this." And Viv was like, "Oh, but she's liked. She's a well-liked character."
Yeah.
So she was well-liked. Okay. Yeah.
Having not done the quiz yet, who do you think you relate to the most?
I think possibly Samantha.
It's a very Samantha thing to say.
I know, isn't it?
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Because I wouldn't say I'm as cynical as Miranda.
Yeah.
Whereas I do relate to some things that she says. I don't think I'm as cynical as her. And I'm not as head in the clouds about love as Charlotte is.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm just not as narcissistic as
What do you think we are before we take the quiz?
Yeah.
I think
you
you'd get Miranda, babe. I'm not going to lie. I don't know where it is, just the vibes.
I was thinking Miranda as well.
Harry, it's fine.
You're right. I'm sorry, dude.
It's between Carrie and Charlotte, but you do lean a bit more maybe to Charlotte's sort of antics a little bit.
Yeah.
You're lucky there's 3 people here, because then you'd eventually have to give who was left over.
Have to sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah. Maybe you'll just get like Stanford, and it'll just be really on the top.
Yeah, fair.
Like, great, cool. You said you're a guy at Stanford.
Yeah. I think the quiz only does the 4 women.
Okay,
but I might wrong. Before we do it, just to talk about the legacy.
The legacy.
So, in its time, Sex and the City was nominated for 50 Emmys and won 7, 24 Golden Globes and won 8. In 2007, Time magazine said it was in the top 100 shows of all time. And in 2023...
Wait. What number?
Don't know, but in 2023, Variety listed it as the number 6 TV show of all time.
Wow.
So, like, 15 years later, it was still, like, top 10.
To be fair, quite recently, when they were doing the Stranger Things promo, they did a reference to Sex and the City on SNL.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where they're all sat around on a table having a little cocktail together, and they're all representing one of the women.
Do you think
like the Stranger Things kids?
Yeah.
Is that the one where like Finn Wolfhard's like, I do cocaine?
Yes, right. I think it is. Yeah, and they're all like, there's a joke referencing Sex and the City.
Do you think this show, like, then speaking of the legacy, do you think the show still has its legs within like our generation, or do you think it's more still of a millennial?
I think so. I was thinking about this on the way down. I think when I was watching it, I was surprised by how much I related to it and related to the way that they spoke and the language that they use and everything like that. And I thought to myself, maybe this is why I get along quite well with my mum in a way that my mum never got along with her mum. I think there's a lot less of a generational gap in humour and the way that we speak and the way that we treat things like relationships and sex and everything like that in comparison to older generations.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
I think that gap has kind of lessened a bit, and it'd be interesting to see if it continues with younger generations now as they grow up.
Yeah.
Because we are entering a bit of a societal bit where it's kind of like feminism in being hypersexual and everything like that is fine, and then you've also got the other side of it where we're leaning back into prudism.
We talked about this in the girls episode about how there's a large amount of like Gen Z who are prudish.
And they're very much so like, we should stop talking about sex. We should stop. Like Sabrina Carpenter's getting under a lot of fire for being very sexually expressive and everything like that. Whereas I feel like it was very much so a 80s, 90s, 2000s kind of thing to be quite sexually expressive. I mean, that was the biggest feminine movement.
Clearly tied to the rise in fascism.
Yeah.
Yes. Clearly it is.
So I do think...
I agree. No, sorry.
No, that's okay.
I was just going to say, I didn't mean for that to sound sarcastic.
No.
You are right. It is.
It is. I think there's definitely parts of it which don't live up to today's sort of societal representation. Which is always going to happen with things from the 90s, 2000s and everything like that. But I do think all of that kind of side of it, it's definitely still relatable. Yeah.
It's interesting how relevant it still is.
Yeah. The things that they say, the way that they speak about things, it doesn't feel out of place.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you watch like Friends and stuff, sometimes the way that they just speak to each other, it just feels like out of touch.
That's fair. Honestly, I'd love to watch more of this.
Yeah.
Like, this is the kind of thing where I
recommend.
You didn't say anything about the before I just like go into the final bit and then we do the quiz.
Yeah.
You had said about like the 4:3 and like the HD versions.
Yeah. No, it was just like I was watching a high definition version and I was just thinking to myself, is this one of those shows that got absolutely butchered in its restoration and that they just cropped a 4:3 frame? Thankfully, it isn't. They shot it 16:9 and then cropped it post.
Ah, good.
So it does sort of lead kind of comically to these very wide frames. Yeah. But I much prefer that over...
It's not like Buffy.
Yeah.
It's not like Buffy. It's not like The Simpsons where they just literally just like...
Yeah.
For like modern televisions. It looks like arse.
Yeah.
Here it looks nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Because I was curious. Because Garen lent me the DVD, but I didn't end up watching it on my CRT.
It is, it's very, very well shot.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
That's good. What streaming services is on?
Now TV.
Interesting.
I do have logins if anyone wants to borrow them.
Yeah.
Not for the podcast.
What's up with that with the opening? Where she's like walking down the street. She gets sprayed by a bus.
I love that.
So and then it's like, but on the bus is her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What emotion am I supposed to be like, oh, she's kind of a goofball, but she's successful.
Funny enough, pretty sure it's a few episodes down the line that they actually reference her getting a thing on the bus because they all go down to visit the bus that she's gonna like have her little poster on.
I just assumed it was
so for that being like a thing in the very start of it as well is
It's foreshadowing.
I just assumed it was like, oh, you know, she's confident. She's a confident woman.
But
she's successful. She's on a
still
bus.
happen to confident ladies.
And if a Carrie Bradshaw bus crashes into us.
Well.
Right.
Can I just read out what this BuzzFeed article says about Sex and the City before we take the quiz? The cultural impact of Sex and the City cannot be understated. Not only did the series revolutionise the way that we think about being single, it also created some of the most defining feminine archetypes of the 21st century. Ooh. Seriously, how many times have you heard someone asking you a Carrie, a Charlotte, a Samantha or Miranda as an icebreaker?
That's true. True.
What was BuzzFeed cooking with this quiz?
Before we do the quiz, so we said about just because I have one more thing to ask you, unfortunately. So obviously we said about the movies in 2008, 2010. We've said about And Just Like That, which is linked to Two Broke Girls because it's by Michael Patrick King, who did Two Broke Girls. We haven't acknowledged the Carrie Diaries.
Oh.
Now, Viv said that you have opinions about the Carrie Diaries, the prequel show.
I haven't watched Carrie Diaries. Did I say that I have opinions about it?
You were talking about it.
I'm talking about the sequel.
I probably got them mixed
up.
I thought Viv was like, she hates the Carrie Diaries. It's like,
no, I just hate Carrie.
Fair.
No, I haven't watched the Carrie Diaries.
Oh, fair. It's a prequel show. Ran for 2 seasons, 26 episodes.
When did that start?
2013 to 2014.
Interesting time range then.
Yeah. I can't remember. Someone else did work on it that we've covered in the last 5 weeks. I can't remember who. But yeah, there we go then. Never mind.
That was short and sweet.
That was fun.
Let's... Yeah, I don't think I'll watch the Carrie Diaries.
That's fair. And in terms of the TV charts, something that we do, really positive. No, like, nothing low. Like,
they never have like a really bad episode.
No. Like,
really?
all either yellows or
what happened to
blues.
season like 5, 6?
Season 6 is like, it's 20 episodes.
Yeah,
I know, but why is season 5 so short?
Season 5 is only 8 episodes, yeah.
I don't know. They were building up for season 6.
Yeah,
literally.
Maybe.
They saved all the content for season 6.
Good though. The highest rated episode is the finale. So
to be fair, yeah, it was quite a nice little finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did feel like they closed things off.
Yeah, we
I also, with this quiz, I already have an issue with the very first one.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's
Pick
actually
one
do
of
this.
Carrie's love interests.
Fuck.
I said
Not
this.
gonna
All
lie
the white
to you,
boys.
every single one of these men suck.
Why does Jack Berger look familiar?
Berger, I'm not sure.
They all look mid.
They're all white men.
Jack Berger looks like he's in a different show compared to.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? All of the pictures they've used are so grainy, and his is like very.
Aiden Shaw looks like John Travolta.
What's your city of dreams?
I'm gonna go Aiden Shaw because I think he looks like.
I want to go Jack Berger because he looks like he's in a different...
Yeah.
Very on brand. They've got Dubai as one of your city of dreams.
What's your city of dreams? I don't want to do Tokyo.
Do Tokyo, Jack.
I was about to say they don't have Paris on here, even though they go to Paris. But thank God they do.
They do. Are you doing?
Pick one of Miranda's love interests.
Wait, which one do you pick?
Which did you? You got to tell us what you pick for City of Dreams.
My city of dreams.
Yeah.
I picked Amsterdam.
There we go. What did you pick, Viv?
I haven't picked any. I'm gonna pick New York.
New York.
Nice. So Miranda's love interests.
Pick one of Miranda's.
Oh, sorry. Who did you guys pick for your love interest of Gary's?
I picked Aiden Shaw.
I picked Jack Berger. Yeah.
Damn, I picked the wrong one.
Aiden's fine.
I just picked him because he looked like John Travolta.
Yeah, I can't remember who that actor is, but he's been in quite a lot.
Weight Watchers guy?
Yeah. I don't remember that guy. I'm not gonna Skipper.
I guess I'll pick Skipper. I thought he was nice for half an episode.
What's your style? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I picked Skipper. I picked Dr. Robert Leeds.
I'm gonna pick Steve.
Steve is fine, but I'm not the biggest fan of him.
No one's picking Weight Watchers guy.
No, I don't remember him at all.
What's your style like?
What's your
style like? Or I have to pick. Between All Black Everything and Goth, but I think I'll pick All Black Everything.
I'm gonna pick Vintage.
I don't know. What's classic? What's mod?
Mod is very like 1960s kind of style.
I see.
Very
I guess whatever for me.
Whatever.
Basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
Not Space Jam. The Jam. The band.
Pick one of Charlotte's love interests.
Kyle MacLachlan.
I just need to make a moment for Ned, who is stood by a grave. For context,
Kyle MacLachlan.
He is stood by his dead wife's grave, which is where Charlotte meets him, and she thinks that they are destined to be together because her hat flies away while she stood by the grave and lands on his dead wife's grave.
That's insane.
And someone makes it, I can't remember which girl it is, but she says, but my hat flew onto her grave. That means something, clearly. And one of the girls says, yeah. She's saying, stay the fuck away from my husband.
Fair enough.
In this, I'm going to pick Harry Goldenblatt.
Are we both picking Kyle MacLachlan?
Of course. Who else am I going to fucking pick?
MacLachlan?
Trey McDougal.
Stephen the Chef.
Which TV show would you marathon on a night in?
13 Reasons Why, bloody hell. That is quite a choice.
Who's marathoning The Walking Dead?
Who's marathoning Top Chef?
I didn't even see Top Chef. Stranger Things, The Simpsons.
Four Weddings? Is that a TV show?
I guess so. Sounds like Four in a Bed. Like 4 weddings an episode.
I guess I'll pick Sex and the City.
I'm in between Sex and the City and The Simpsons.
Simpsons is
more
also
realistically,
a good one.
I would pick The Simpsons, but I would like to watch Sex and the City.
Sex and the City is something I have binged in a night.
Samantha's love interests. Oh.
There you go. Oh, this introduces it. Samantha is bisexual, canonically.
Cool.
She does date a woman, and what I hate about it is the fact that all the other girls make fun of the fact that she's dating a woman.
That sucks.
To be fair, that's kind of funny.
Guy with the funky spunk.
I'm going to pick the guy with the funky spunk.
I'm picking Smith, Gerard, or Maria. I did like Maria. She was fun.
What's your sign?
Oh, what's your sign,
doxing
guys?
Our signs. I'm a Libra.
I'm
New
Scorpio.
law
I'm
for
an
the
Aquarius.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One day I'll do your big three. We'll do a full little birth chart reading.
Bonus episode.
We'll find a show relevant to
that. Pick someone to get coffee with.
Lexi Featherstone is introduced in I'm pretty sure she's only in one episode, and she literally falls out of a window because she wants to smoke a cigarette.
Oh, I love her so much.
That scene, I saw it completely out of context on TikTok, and I was like, I need to watch Sex and the City just to find out why the fuck this woman falls out of a window.
I'm digging Magda's vibe. I don't know who she is.
Magda. I'm going to pick Lexi as well, I think. I'd love a conversation about that night.
And finally, I think we should assign these to each other. And finally, what makes you so damn awesome? Viv, I think you're funny.
You think I'm funny? Yeah,
you are very
funny. I think
funny.
you're funny.
You're very funny.
All right, I'm funny.
Okay, I think you're employed.
Out of all of this, that's all that I am. I'm employed.
No, you don't have to pick I'm employed. What are we picking for Kate?
For Kate, you are...
Pretty.
I'm going to pick...
You're pretty.
I'm going to say powerful.
Powerful, that's a good one.
Thank you.
That's mine. Alive.
A lot harder than you think.
I'm alive, yeah.
Liv, you got exactly who I said you would get.
Yeah.
Who did you get?
She got Miranda.
Who did you get?
I got Samantha.
What did you
I
get?
got Miranda.
Oh, 2 Mirandas.
Very nice.
Sorry,
very
I held my
nice.
phone up to Viv as if she was going to tap her phone on
mine. My little description says you either live your inner Samantha. You either live your inner Samantha out and loud, or talk this quiz to find out you are definitely a total Samantha.
Yeah.
Go out there and give the world what you've got.
Ours says you're a smart and powerful woman. Thank you, and you don't care who knows it. You have your cake and eat it too, aka a total Miranda. So now we know. So for the icebreakers in the future, we should start asking.
I can't wait to start doing this to our friends every single time.
Yeah, we should start asking everyone.
Should we just send this to the group chat now and just be like, guys,
can
you take this quiz, please?
That's a great idea.
I don't care. They will.
All right.
I'll send it to Karen as well. That's the end of the girl season. What was your favorite? Who was your favorite girl? Mine was Jess.
Honestly, what a mixed bag. What a mixed bag.
I'm quite intrigued. What was your favorite pilot out of all of these girly shows?
I'm biased. I really like girls. So girls.
Okay. Cool.
It's between this and Gilmore Girls, but I knowing not just the way we talked about Gilmore Girls, I did really like.
Yeah.
But it's between that and Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
Weirdly though, I did say New Girl seems like the one I would most realistically keep watching.
I can see you continuing to watch. You also, in the podcast, you did make reference to one of my favourite scenes, which was Schmidt.
Is it the white man?
With the white man. But do you want context of that scene?
I mean, might as well.
Is there context?
There is context to that scene. So that is in one of the later seasons.
Yeah, I thought it was.
After Schmidt and Cece get together and have a child.
Damn.
He's looking for his daughter in that scene.
Oh, that's really funny.
That's why when he says, a white man, no! What do they do about it? Nothing. Typical!
That's really funny, I didn't know.
Yes. And Schmidt is probably one of my favourite characters in that show, because he improvs a lot of his lines.
Yeah, I said about the improv, but I'm glad he gets good development. Mm-hmm. That's the one I think I would realistically continue watching.
I think you would enjoy that.
But I think the pilot I have been into the most is probably Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
Which buys me because Gossip Girl. I mean, Gossip. We did this before. Gossip Girl. Which is funny because that's the one I went into the most, kind of thinking like I probably won't like this.
Yeah.
I think Gossip Girl has a very specific essence to it, where a lot of people go into it like, I'd never be interested in this show, and then it's like, ooh,
it's quite insane.
It's actually dealing with a lot of situations right now. This is quite interesting.
Yeah, but no, it's sad, and now we're not going on to straight into another season. There's going to be an episode with just me and Garen because Viv is going away when we're talking about Arrested Development. So we've had lots of girl stuff, but now it's going to be just the boys for a week. And then there's going to be, we're actually going to have a week off. We're going to have a rest.
That sounds good.
Because we've been doing this podcast
6
non-stop
months.
for longer than
I
that
think
even.
a break would probably be
like
good
6-7 months. Yeah, so we're going to have a...
Oh no. It follows us
but,
into every aspect of life.
Yeah, so we're going to have a single week break before we come back. And we'll announce what we're doing when we're back on our Instagram, which is First Time Flyers Podcast, and on TikTok, which is also First Time Flyers Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube at Palmer Studios. And if you have any thoughts on anything, can even be something we've not talked about, just a TV show you like, send us suggestions, send us anything at firsttimeflyerspodcast@gmail.com. Is there anything you would like to shout out?
Yes, if you have listened to this podcast, that means you are now legally obliged to take the BuzzFeed quiz to find out if you are a Samantha, Carrie, Miranda, or a Charlotte. Please leave that in the comments. This is serious information we all need to find out.
That's a great idea. I never even thought of suggesting.
I just think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a nice little way to be like, I want to watch the show now and see if I do relate to this character, and then hate yourself forever because you do.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm surprised I wasn't a Carrie, but I am glad.
As soon as Viv turned around the phone, I was like, oh, I got Viv spot on. I was a bit worried that I got you as well.
That's fine. But no, and I think that brings us to the end of this episode. Yeah.
Thank you, Kate, for coming.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
We want to have you on again soon.
Time.
It's been lovely having a guest.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other shows I'm really that into that you could have me back for. But Fleabag.
Yeah.
Oh, you're having me for Fleabag.
Yeah, there we go then.
I have
we do
a lot of
Fleabag.
thoughts on Fleabag.
Oh, yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows, if you ever do that.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
that'd
definitely
be a
do
very
that at some
fun
point.
one.
Mockumentary.
Yes, mockumentaries in general. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Epic.
There we go. Yeah, you'll definitely be on again at some point.
Thank you.
There we go.
It's been very fun.
Thank you for listening. Me and Garen will see you next week. And then Viv will see you all in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again being pushed out of the podcast.
Sorry, but surely, guys.
One day we'll get rid of her, guys.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That's such a Carrie thing to say.
That's...
Fucking say that.
Could you fucking say that? Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.